all the dumb people decided one day, like, pronouns are bad, and then we just sort of go along with it. Why?
Again, Tucker, I don't think that what they're saying is pronouns are bad. They're saying that you should be referred to the way that you choose to be referred to. So someone who is a man who identifies as a man, yes, we can call that person he. Someone who identifies as a woman, that person can be she. But a person who is gender non-binary, they can be they or shim or sheer or whatever pronoun they choose.
So in general, I kind of agree. I call people whatever they want to be called. You get married, you change your name, I'll call you by that name.
Exactly.
Whatever. I think that's your right. And out of respect, I go along with it. That's not what they're saying. They're saying that you're not allowed to use gendered pronouns. That's very different.
Yeah, and I actually find that problematic. I believe that people should have the opportunity to choose what they want to be called. I mean, that's the way, you know.
But there's a problem here. This is California, so you've got more than 10 million people in California speak Spanish at home.
Right.
Spanish is a gendered language.
Absolutely.
That means it is structurally transphobic. Will they allow Spanish to be spoken, again, a gendered language, in the committee room?
Well, there are people, at least in the United States, who are, you know, there's Latino, Latina, and Latinx, so they're trying to make it a little more gender neutral.
But that's in English. I mean, that's how English speakers describe it. But there's no effort to impose these ludicrous rules on Spanish. And by the way, why not call California Californix? I mean, if we're really kind of remaining consistent here.
Yeah, well, I think California is the name of a place, and California can't choose how it wants to identify.
They're not letting us choose. In other words, does it strike you, again, I think we agree that if you say, you know, I'd really like you to call me this, out of politeness and decency, which I sincerely believe in, I will.
You know what frustrates me about this topic is when Tucker opens up the video and says that, you know, all of a sudden, you know, people said that pronouns are bad. And we have to go along with that. That bothers me so much, because just because a group of people say they don't like something anymore, it's almost like their feelings matter more than anyone else who felt they were okay with whatever that was that group's trying to change or do. There's never a discussion of compromise. There's never it's just like all or nothing. And one of the things that I'm challenged with, and I'm with Tucker too, I mean, you want me to call you something, I am very a respectful person, I will do that. But here's my problem with it, and I'm sure I'm not alone. Remembering names is hard enough as it is, that now I have to remember when I see someone who just recently told me what they want to be called, I have to remember that. And if I don't remember that, I'm offending them. But even take it a step further, or before that step, if I call someone a she, and she identifies as something else and she tells me it, if she's respectful and nice about that, I feel I'm more accepting, and oh yeah, like that's a reminder that I need to think about that. But most times, at least in my experience, I never even was told that this person wanted to be called a she or a he or whatever, and they have an attitude like right off the bat. Now, that attitude doesn't enable me to feel like I want to be cooperative, right? So, I mean, there's a lot more on the part of people who want to make a change in any aspect. They should be more respectful. They should be also more considerate on people who are not even agreeing with what they want to change.